So I've been asked a few times now, how do you convert your cash from pounds to dollars on Trading212? So in this video, I'm going to do a quick step-by-step beginner's guide into how to do this and the reasons why you might choose to do this and the benefits that come along with those choices. So here is my personal Trading212 account. And if I click on this downward facing arrow here on the front screen, you can see that it tells me my account value, which is currently £13,993. You can see that my portfolio value is 13,103, and the difference between these two numbers is the amount you have in free funds. Now, if we click on the arrow where it says free funds, bear in mind that this interface might not be intuitive to everyone. There are a lot of hidden menus and it is quite difficult to discern what is a button and what isn't, but turns out a lot of the stuff are buttons and they just don't seem like it in the first place. But anyway, if you press on free funds here, you can see that I have free funds worth £892.14, as you can see here. All of my money currently is in pounds, so you can see here Great British pounds. And the reason for this is because I live in the UK, most of my viewers live in the UK, so they get paid in pounds. Whenever they have free money, they can deposit that within Trading212, and if they're using their Trading212 Invest account like I am doing right now, that will go in as pounds. However, some eagle-eyed viewers amongst you will see that there is also USD and UER corresponding to the United States dollar here and what the Europeans use, which is the euro. Now, Trading212 has recently come out with this feature of multi-currency support, and what it means is that you can now hold your currencies in different currencies that are not just the Great British pound if you live in the UK. The advantage to this is that a lot of the stocks that we like to buy are typically North American stocks. So North America has some of the biggest stock exchanges in the world, the Nasdaq and the New York Stock Exchange. Because the USA is the biggest economy in the entire world, it houses some of the best performing stocks in the entire world, and most investors want to get a slice of that action investing in individual American companies. For example, Google, Alphabet, Meta, Tesla, all these very high performing, very high cap companies. Now, if you want to invest with your Great British pounds, you are more than welcome to do so. However, when you buy the stock, your currency is going to be converted from the Great British pound to the United States dollar, and depending on when you do this transaction, the exchange rate between the pound and the dollar, they always fluctuate. So depending on when you make that transaction, you could be losing out some money due to the foreign exchange effect. And this means that if you're doing a lot of trades, if you invest a lot in American companies, let's say, you could be missing out on bits here and there, and they really do tend to add up in the long term. The foreign exchange fee currently is 0.15%, although it doesn't sound like a lot. If you are investing for the long term, which I really hope you are, you could be missing out on hundreds to even thousands of pounds just in fees. So now Trading212 allows you to keep money in different currencies. So for example, if you had bought Tesla, for example, and you've sold it, you can now sell those Tesla shares in dollars and keep them as dollars. This has the benefit of bypassing the foreign exchange fee, meaning that you're not going to be paying any foreign exchange fees. Bear in mind that you'll still be paying a tax withholding fee for American stocks when they pay out dividends and things like that you can't bypass by investing in American stocks. So in this video, I'm going to go through everything that you need to know in how to convert your currency from Great British pounds to United States dollars or the euros if you wanted to. You would also notice that underneath these currencies, it says an APY number, which is like an annual equivalent rate of interest. Currently, the Great British pound is paying out 2.15% of annual interest. Just for holding your cash, you'll get 2.15% calculated as an annual return. So it's assuming you hold it for a whole year, but it is paid out daily. I've made a video on that. You can check that out if you want more information about cash interest. There are several ways in which you can convert your currency from Great British pounds to US dollars, for example. The first one would be if you want to just click here. Like I said, it's not very intuitive. What are buttons? So a lot of these menus actually pop up as buttons, and I know it can get very confusing for a beginner investor. So if I press on Great British pounds here, you can see that it leads me to this menu here. And what I can do is, if I didn't link my bank account, I can actually just deposit my money that I want in my Trading212 account straight through a bank transfer. But we're not going to be worrying about that at all. We're going to be looking at the convert button here, and then if we want to press this convert button here, we can press it. Next thing, we decide how much money we want to convert. So we can convert £1 into United States dollar. As you can see, the current exchange rate is here. So £1 will give us roughly $1.20 $0.06. As you can see from their statement regarding the foreign exchange fee, so the FX rate, Trading212 uses the live interbank currency exchange rate. This is the rate that banks usually get when they convert currency from one bank to another. So because this is a live rate, it will change constantly. It will fluctuate very small amounts, sometimes even huge. But basically with Trading212, what you're going to get is the kind of best case scenario from converting from pounds to Great British dollars, but with a foreign exchange fee of 0.15%, which is always subject to change. Now, after I've decided I want to convert £1 into dollars, I can just press confirm. I'm not going to do that because I want all my money kept as Great British pounds. But if you wanted to do that for yourself, this is the first way that you can do it. So the second way is to go back to the menu we had before, press down here and then go to free funds. There is a button here that says convert, so a bit easier to see this one. And that takes us back to the menu that we were there before. We can convert from Great British pounds to dollars. We can also use the arrow button here to actually flip it, so we can convert, if we had any United States dollars, we can convert that into Great British pounds. So now I'm going to go through scenarios in which you'd want to convert your currency. For example, these are some of the shares that I hold. So if I go into ASML, for example, I can press into that. You can see that this stock is designated in euros. So currently the stock value is 632 euros roughly. So what I can do now is that when I go to sell it, I can choose to keep that money in euros instead of converting it back to pounds. Now Trading212 will do this automatically because if you are in the UK, everything that you do sell will be converted back into pounds, as most people prefer that anyway. However, what they don't make too simple is how you can actually keep that money in euros. So like I said, lots of hidden buttons on Trading212 if you're new to the platform. What you really need to do is to press this flag here, which is really not intuitive at all. So by pressing this flag, it's almost like an Easter egg where you get this new menu. Now in this new menu, you can see that I can receive what I sell in Great British pounds or in euros. So for example, if I want to sell my shares in ASML and I want to keep them in euros to bypass the foreign exchange fee, all I have to do is press the Union Jack button here and then change it to euros. Now, when I go to review order, you can see that I can sell the shares that I have in euros and the total will be in euros. This means that I will be bypassing the foreign exchange fee. Now, if I go back into pounds, you can see when I go to review order, there will be a small foreign exchange fee here. As you can see, 0.15% latest foreign exchange fee. This doesn't necessarily change all the time, as Trading212 is a platform which wants to offer the lowest foreign exchange fees, and as far as I know, it is one of the lowest foreign exchange fee, if not the lowest foreign exchange fee provider out there. But anyway, if I wanted to keep my money in euros, I can bypass this foreign exchange fee and there's no penalty to me whatsoever, apart from the fact that now my money is in euros. However, if you are an investor that decides to continue to invest in this company, dollar cost average into it, then you wouldn't really mind keeping your money in euros. From my portfolio, you can also see that the majority of the individual companies that I do invest in are all American. I'm going to go to one at random. Let's go to Amazon. As you can see, the share price definitely is in dollars. Now, if I do want to sell Amazon, I can press sell. You can see that I'm going to be selling this in pounds. If I go to review order here, you can see that I'm paying 20 pence in foreign exchange fee. The more stocks that I have, the more money I have invested within these stocks, the more foreign exchange fee I will have. What I can do is to press the Union Jack here. As you can see from this menu now, the euros doesn't come up because the trading currency is United States dollar. So I can go into United States dollar here. It also does say how much money I have left within those respective currencies. Remember, I only have money in Great British pounds. But anyway, let's click USD. If I go to review order now and press it, you can see that I am not paying any foreign exchange fees, thereby bypassing that and saving potentially hundreds in my investing journey if I decide to stay with individual American companies. If you would like to sign up to Trading212, use my link in the description down below and we will both get a free share. Make sure to check out some of my other videos and I will see you in the next video.